I've been collecting since 1992, and I think I have over 70 pieces. Please don't tell my insurance. Hello Vogue, I'm Michelle Elie. I'm devoted to collecting Comme des Garçons. These are more than clothes, these are emotions, these are feelings. This is a story over the last 25 years that I'm lucky to be able to be telling through my clothes. So my clothes are my weapon, they are my voice. She doesn't say much, but then she's giving you a voice through her clothing. This is the brilliant part about Rei. She's a mysterious designer. You don't know so much about her, but her work speaks for herself. And I love the fact that she's also been at the head of her design from the beginning and still is. So for me, that's a very significant point. And I love the fact that also she's a woman. She owns her own company, which is very rare in fashion to find still one person who has been from the very beginning to now. So I'm gonna take you to my atelier where my girls live. Welcome to my girls, which I love very, very much. And each one of them tells a particular story. So the very first purchase of Comme. It's incredible. This is the mother of all pieces. It has a lot of reference to me. It was the first designer piece I owned. I had no money when I bought it, but I had done a campaign, modeling, and the first thing I thought I would do is invest into a piece. And after this, it was the dice has fallen. What's brilliant about this piece is when she combined a dress with a man's suit. So this whole idea of gender combining was already happening in 1992. When I first bought the piece, I never imagined that it would take me to this point of having a collection. It was always my wardrobe because I wear my clothes. I wear them all the time. So I bought with my emotions. I didn't buy with an investment idea behind it. I bought it because I actually wanted to wear the piece. It wasn't until the museum says it was a collection that I realized, oh, I do have a collection. Oh my God, wait a minute. This is everything. Okay, you know why this is everything? Right. Doorknob, handle, hooks, everything that is used to hang your coat, and she makes a vest out of this. I mean, this piece is so chic. It's every time I wear it, it brings smiles to people's faces because they cannot believe it's a piece. It's phenomenal. I met Rei in this dress. I'll tell you a little story. I bought it, and then when the Met Ball was going to happen, I thought I was going to get a ticket. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. So I never wore the dress. And then the last collection before lockdown, I drove the dress. She sat in the front of my car because she doesn't fit anything. Because I always drive my clothes to Paris because they don't fit. I can't carry them on the flight. I can't carry anything. So I drove the dress. I had taken another piece to wear that day for the Comme show. I tried it on, and then I said, no, I think I'm gonna wear this dress. So I decided to wear the dress. And I decided to wear it with a mask because I also didn't want to be visible, even though I would be visible in this dress, of course, I don't understand it. As I got to the Comme show, Adrian Joff, which is the husband of Rei, said, would you like to meet Rei? And I was like, I bought the dress to meet her. And then randomly, I met her in the dress. So this dress did everything it was supposed to do at the right time, at the right place. And it was so much more personal for me because I did not meet her. I met her at her own show backstage. She had a beautiful smile because she saw me in the dress. I had a beautiful smile because I was so honored to meet her in the dress that I chose to meet her in the dress. There's no order because you can't create an order within a wardrobe because, like I said, they're all different emotions. It's like creating my emotions in order. It's almost impossible. I would never be able to do that. I actually wore this outfit twice. Once was my birthday and once was during Couture, Paris Fashion Week. It reminds me of being like a lobster. Divine happiness. Divine. Aren't you happy to look at this outfit? I mean, hello. I mean, looking from the back, this is the most precious part of this outfit is the back. So she's quite cheeky. I love the fact she's quite cheeky. I think for me, it was a matter of searching for something different while living in New York City. And at the time, there was a lot of Japanese and European brand in the 90s when I lived in New York. So downtown was my area. And I was discovering the brands. I always came every day downtown and spent hours and hours and hours. And I really was searching for something outside of myself. A bug! I need to kill them! If you see bugs, please be aware because they can actually be very detrimental to this clothing because they eat clothes. So I keep my girls up here because it's a controlled atmosphere. I have to. Madame Antoinette. The new Marie Antoinette. Right. This is a tableau, darling. This is tableau. It's a painting. Isn't that divine? I really feel like this could be really Queen Elizabeth or Marie Antoinette in this outfit. I mean, the gesture. And the work of the coat from the inside is also amazing. So you can actually wear it inside out and then look at the playfulness of the, which you don't see when you take off the coat. This is another piece that was done by the Last Men collection in combination with the artist called Will Cole. When I saw this on the runway, I was like, he finally solved what I'm looking for in a headpiece is to have my shoe on my head. It was actually stuck in custom because they didn't believe me it was a hat. And I kept saying, it is a hat. He says, well, it's a lot of shoes together. So they thought I was sneaking shoes into the country without wanting to pay tax on it. And then I had to send them a picture of the runway show with the guys wearing that, and then they released it. That was really a funny story. Isn't that fabulous? That's what they told me. This is not a hat, Mrs. Murray. And I was like, oh, well, it is. Well, 1 second, I have to find a right way to wear it. Right? This is a badass, kick-ass shoe. When you're in the city, no one plays with you. I love this shoe because I have to always take it off at the airport because it rains all the time. A Victorian Walsh shoe with the Comme cap. It changes completely the shoe. I love, look at the drawing. Isn't that precious? I mean, I don't have that many of a big shoe collection, but of course, you know, she doesn't really make shoes. This happened in 2014, fall, winter. And the owner who sold it to me, he says, I don't want any pieces to be stored away, and I don't want pieces to be thrown on the secondary market. And I said to him, don't worry, I won't throw on the secondary market. I would wear it, and it definitely would have the right home. But the thing is, I haven't got a box for it because you cannot have it on the mannequin. Even storing it is a little bit tricky. And then look at this, it's phenomenal. I mean, you'll be so happy to look at this piece. It's a treat. It's just divine happiness. It doesn't really matter the occasion. It's just if I have coffee in my kitchen is enough. It's just amazing. Look at this. It's a dress. I'm so excited. And then look, you don't have an arm. This goes on your shoulder. And the idea of this coming out is just this explosion of expression. There's something needed to come out. It's like a birth of creation. And this is so phenomenal. So I have to treat it very well. So I have to get a box for it. So that's in here. I see it will stop when Comme stops. I think no one can overtake her company, but I will continue to search for the pieces that I wasn't aware of. There are some amazing pieces. I don't know. I don't think I have enough space, to be honest. That's a real question. I don't have enough space to store everything. I have to ask my bank for a loan, I think. I'm not joking. There should be a loan for fashion, to be honest. I have to talk to my banker.